these two teams. Kentucky, can they sweep Missouri this season? We're about to find out. Andrea Fuentes, the setter for Missouri, will get things going. And we start off with a service error. Allie Stumler will go back to serve, a career-high 27 kills for her in that win over Florida. She hit .333 while she was doing it too. That's pretty impressive. Fuentes will go quickly to Kayla Caffey, who has come on strong for the Tigers lately.
Number one in the SEC is Caffey in hitting percentage. She has been so effective here this season after redshirting the 2018 season.
Yeah, medical redshirt last year, dealing with a stress fracture. And Dariana Hollingsworth-Santana swipes it off hands. Another point for Missouri.
Dariana really had no approach in that transition game. She made a smart shot, finding the hands of Leah Edmond and paintbrushing it off the side, off the court.
Ooh, tough serve from Lekator Mimber-Monet. And Leah Meyer. Missouri seems to be clicking right now.
Certainly the point scoring side of the game is something that Missouri has talked about all season long, wanting to improve. Their first ball side out has been good, but they want to hold on to the ball from the service line.
Well, we've already seen 2 service errors so early on for Missouri. That's how Kentucky has their 2 points.
Sure, and there's always that fine line in serving. You know, you want to be able to serve tough to disrupt the offense and let your defense do the work. But as they settle in here, you may see some errors at the beginning of this match.
Allie Stumler coming out of the back row. She was lethal from the back row against Florida. And Kylie DeBerg already has a block and now a kill. DeBerg started her collegiate career at Illinois. Was there for just 1 season, only made 11 appearances, and has burst on the scene in 2 seasons now for the Missouri Tigers. Kentucky can't get to it. Missouri feeling it. Riley sends the libero for Missouri back to serve. And they go after Lauren Tharp. Stumler in the back row. They say it's out.
Little confusion from the Wildcats here, and it looks like the challenge will be called as every player on the Kentucky Wildcats side celebrating as soon as that ball was hit.
Yeah, it was almost right in front of us. I thought the ball was in too. And Allie Stumler has been so good out of the back row, and that adds so much to this Kentucky attack.
You've got a high-powered swing on the left front pin and the back court coming each and every rotation, with Stumler playing all the way around as well as Edmond playing all the way around.
Yeah, that looks in.
Certainly from this vantage point, that ball is clearly in. There is definitely conclusive evidence to show that that call should be reversed.
And they will overturn the call. So Kentucky, even though they win the challenge, they still lose that challenge. The Wildcats will have 2 challenges remaining. Unless we go to a 5th set, each team will get an additional challenge. That's the first time Kentucky has gotten a point from their offense. The other 2 points came on service errors by Missouri. Kylie DeBerg. Long and no touch. Oh, the down official is now saying there was a touch. So it is a point Missouri.
Coach Craig Skinner is off of the bench, super frustrated that he may need to use a second challenge this early here in this match.
Yeah, even though he just used a challenge, he loses it. So you only get 3 unless we go to a 5th set.
And
he's going to pull it. Yeah. So like we said, the up official signaled that it was out and there was no touch, but the down official was the one that said there was a touch on this ball.
I can see why Coach Skinner is frustrated here. These are plays that in the moment, it looks so clear, and certainly here on the replay, it looks well above that block.
Yes.
Now this is why we have gone to the challenge system, is to make sure that these points go the correct way. But certainly with only 3 for a match, you don't want to blow them all in your first set.
So it was out, no touch. Kentucky will get the point. Back-to-back challenges overturned. And Kentucky is down to 1 challenge, and we're only a few points into the first set. If we go to a 5th set, each team will get an additional challenge, but you see Craig Skinner is frustrated because it was so above the block. And Leah Edmond pushes it over, a little fuel to the fire.
Great response by the senior outside hitter from Lexington, Kentucky. She says, not in our house.
Yeah, her first kill early on in this match, coming off a career-high 30 against one of the best teams in the nation, Florida. Hollingsworth Santana, long on the angle. Fuentes goes back to her. Leah Edmond, great placement.
This is an area where Kentucky is traditionally so strong. Their dig to kill transition game. This is a high out of system ball, and Edmond has full control of where that ball is going.
That's 6 straight points right now for Kentucky after a shaky early start in this first set.
Well, Kentucky is really putting it on to Missouri from the service line right now, and that is part of your defense. It starts with your serve.
It was back in the Texas A&M match where Kentucky got served off the court by A&M, and Craig Skinner said, we've got to do something about that. We're going to serve tougher and faster, and it's paying off early in this opening set. Kentucky on a 7-point run. They're on a 7-0 run right now here in the opening set. Courtney Lyle, Lizzie Stemke with you in Lexington. DeBerg gets a piece of Allie Stumler for the kill.
You can see on that swing, DeBerg is really focusing on the back third of that court. She's bringing a lot of fire, but it's more about placement on that particular swing.
If you look at the SEC stats right now for individual players, you will find Kylie DeBerg's name in first place in several offensive categories. First in kills, kills per set, aces, service aces per set, points. She has been so key to Missouri's success this season. Tiana Omazic on the slide. Stumler with a roll shot. Edmond will still get a swing off, goes into the tape and over, and Omazic again. I had the chance to watch film with Kentucky yesterday, and they looked at that slide from Tiana Omazic. It is set really high.
It is definitely higher than a lot of the teams in the SEC are running their one-footed takeoff behind the setter, and that is because Omazic is so good at seeing where the block has stopped and set up, and she moves right around it.
And yes, Missouri was in the net. So Craig Skinner has used all 3 challenges, and he has been correct all 3
Successful
times.
on all 3 challenges.
So the question becomes, do you think you should get to keep your challenge if you're right?
Well, in this scenario, you would think that it would be nice, wouldn't
Yes.
it?
I think you should.
Certainly, if you are you challenge and it is a successful outcome,
Yeah.
I think that you could certainly make an argument that you get that one back.
Service error for Kylie DeBurg, and that's 3 service errors for Missouri. This is Kendall Paris. And they'll trade service errors here, just the first for the Wildcats.
With 2 very offensive-minded teams and teams that have fantastic numbers. The service game, you have to imagine, is 100% part of the game plan, making sure that you can disrupt the offense numbers that are coming at you.
Allie Stumler goes to the corner. How impressed have you been with Allie Stumler this season?
The most amazing piece to me about a player like Allie Stumler is her well-roundedness. Not only is she taking huge swings on the left pin, but she's blocking balls. She's passing almost every reception attempt. She plays the whole game.
Leah Edmond with the kill. Allie Stumler had a career high 27 kills on Sunday. Leah Edmond had a career high 30, but I think I was most impressed that Craig Skinner told us Stumler was back in the gym Monday, not worried about I had 27 kills. I got to get better passing.
That's right. She had 2 to 3 overpasses in that match against Florida on Sunday, and she told her coach, I will be in on Monday, and I want to pass as many balls as you will let me.
You gotta love a player like that. Missouri is going to call timeout as Kentucky is up 15-8. We are playing to 25, and you have to win by 2. Kentucky started out a little shaky in this set, but that went away pretty quickly.
Certainly, and I believe a couple of Missouri errors have allowed Kentucky to really settle in here from their own passing game as well as their serve and block game.
Well, both of these teams, as we mentioned, they're going to the NCAA tournament. Right now, it's about how can you finish? Do you have a chance to host? And these are the teams you think are locked in for the NCAA tournament.
Certainly, Kentucky, Florida, A&M, Missouri have been locked in for weeks, but Georgia just making a big jump last week from 37 in the RPI to third for sure into the postseason. South Carolina now is the team in the SEC that may need some help. They will have to win out as well as some help from around the conference.
Yeah, and Georgia, remember, Georgia has a win over Kentucky, so that has really helped them bolster that resume.
And it was the Kentucky win over Florida that I think helped Georgia make that jump from 37 to 31. You know, that RPI is, we talk about it all the time, but it is not only your win percentage, but it also includes your opponent's win percentage and your opponent's win percentage. And with Kentucky winning that match against Florida, that does great things for Georgia's numbers.
Absolutely. And of course, the selection committee doesn't just look at RPI, but it is one of the factors that they will look at, along with your head-to-head, last 10 matches.
And strength of schedule.
Yeah, how you schedule, too. Like a tour member, Monet. She's the other piece of this offense for Missouri, one of the other power hitters in addition to Kylie DeBurg. And over the last few matches, she's moved to a 6-rotation player.
She has been a player that has been known for her offense, but against Alabama, just over a week ago, she was passing a 2.5, and Coach Taylor said, let's give her a shot all the way around. She's producing good numbers offensively, but she's also doing a nice job in our servicing patterns.
Yeah, and that's on a 3-point passing scale, so 2.5 is pretty good.
That's pretty incredible, yes.
Here comes Leah Edmond out of the back row. That might be my favorite thing to see her and Allie Stumler just come flying out of middle back.
And this is a play that Coach Skinner told us earlier this week. They run this play every single day to get the timing of that backcourt approach and tempo down, because it's something they use a lot and they are very effective at it.
And props to Madison Lilly, the great setter for Kentucky, to use all those weapons. Big block right there for Missouri on Leah Edmond.
I wasn't really sure that, remember, Monet actually blocked that ball by her reaction, but that ball went straight down, and she came down like, this is just what I'm supposed to do.
Look how high she can get up. Remember, Monet is listed at 5'8" and can jump over the net. I don't know if that's true, but I feel like she could jump over the net.
Well, she does have a 38-inch vertical and hits the ball at 55, 60 miles an hour. That's a very explosive volleyball player on the Missouri side of the net.
So much fun to watch. An ace for Kentucky and Gabby Curry.
Just looked like quite a bit of miscommunication on Missouri's side of the net. That ball falling between Riley Sense and Kylie DeBerg. Both of them looking at each other saying, well, that was yours. No, that was mine.
That's why we're getting the power numbers from Kayla Caffey, because she gives them swings like that, 10th in the nation at hitting percentage.
And I have got to give the props on that one to Fuentes. What an incredible set to the middle of the court. Caffey had her way with that ball because of her quarterback.
Leah Edmond off hands. What an up from Riley Sense. That was right at the net. Omazic. And they get Kentucky in the net.
What a great rally on both sides of the net. Not only are these digs up, but they are up and in the setter's hands, allowing her to have all options on the court.
That was impressive, Riley Sense. Wow. Edmond tips over the block. So smart.
Edmond with just perfect timing on that ball. She's hanging up in the air. She looks like she's going to swing, and at the very last second, brings her arm through nice and slow to put it right behind the block.
I mean, Leah Edmond has been a great player since she got to Kentucky, but you can just see her volleyball IQ has taken huge steps every season.
Well, and she has become an unbelievable teammate and leader for this squad. The combination of her and Allie Stumler working together is a great pair to have.
Absolutely. Here comes Cooper. DeBerg. Kill for Kylie DeBerg, her fourth. We are playing to 25, have to win by 2. Great pass from Stumler to set that up. Stumler out of the back row. Ooh, out.
The call was out, but that was close. That looks very much in the corner. But as we have mentioned, no more challenges left for Kentucky.
They have used all 3 in the first set and won all 3. But they don't have any more unless we get to a 5th set. Look at the passes from Stumler. Edmond, boom. Wow, there were 2 great ups from Allie Stumler in that rally.
And a terrific set by Madison Lilly. She is falling backwards, and she locates that ball just perfectly. You know, I've got to give a lot of credit to the setters on the floor. These are two of the best setters.
Oh my gosh, they both deserve it.
The SEC and in the country.
Well, SEC co-setters of the week this week. Hit the antenna. It's going to be a point for Missouri. Four service errors for Missouri. Stumbler. How'd she get that swing off?
This is what makes Allie Stumbler so great. She recognizes a lot of chaos on the blocking side for Missouri. Omazic had stopped. She was not closing the block. Remember, Monet was coming inside to dig that ball, and she finds it just to the edge.
That's a couple of service errors now for Kendall Paris. 2 for the Cats. And it's Tiana Omazic's turn. Service error, set point, Kentucky. It's 5 service errors for Missouri.
And a lot of trading back and forth from the service line with these errors. You can see both teams want to disrupt the other's offense, but at the cost of losing points.
Right. Oh, they call it out. That was close. I thought it hit the line.
It looked very close. You know, I saw Kentucky serving earlier today in practice, and they are going for that last foot of the backcourt in their practice gym. That one just missing.
Still set point for the Cats. Leah Edmond, boom!
Different swings than they're used to taking because of the serve and blocking game of Kentucky.
Kentucky hit 321 in the first set. And I think it was big too. Missouri had 5 service errors. That's 5 free points for Kentucky in just the first set.
And certainly those service errors, the timing of those service errors plays a role when you earn a point and you have that ball in your control and you let it go. That's a little bit of a kick in the gut.
So here we go. Kayla Caffey is the first one to get a swing, and Missouri on the board. Props to Kayla Caffey, because not only is she a student athlete right now, she is also a student teacher. She's teaching 4th grade. So yesterday, she taught a lesson on fractions and decimals, finished up the lesson at her 4th grade class, and then went and got on the plane and flew to Lexington.
She has been missing quite a bit of training due to that student teaching, but she has clearly, it has not affected her efficiency on the court.
Only 10th in the nation in hitting percentage.
Right.
Pretty good. That went outside the antenna when Madison Lilly returned it, point Missouri. Service error number 6 for the Tigers. We talk about serving aggressive. Is this too many right now? Are you okay with this if you're a coach for Missouri?
No, I don't believe you are okay with this. You know, they're not seeing the return with any aces or disruption to justify those types of errors.
Kayla Caffey just let a rocket launch off of her arm on this one.
Caffey moves around this block so well. She's drifting to the left, but is able to put that ball on the floor before it sails out.
And they'll run Kendall Paris on the slide. Service error. Number 4 for Kentucky. Cooper gets stuffed by Omazic. DeBerg off hands, nobody behind the block.
It's actually not a terrible touch on the block from Cooper. Madison Lilly just a little bit too deep. She almost looked like she slipped in her defensive move, unable to track that down.
Caitlin Cooper has been in and out of the lineup for Kentucky, dealing with a stress fracture in her shin since March, actually, not just in the season.
Well, and Cooper did not start against Florida this past Sunday, and the passing, you could feel that a little bit from the passing line on Kentucky's side of the court.
Came in the second set and really stabilized the passing, made a big impact. Curry steps in to bump set Stumler. Kylie DeBerg pushes it. Lilly back to Cooper, roll shot. And DeBerg finishes a longer rally.
Nice grab there by libero Riley Sense to set up DeBerg in the transition game with the big swing to finish.
8 kills for Kylie DeBerg, hitting 400. Stumler just wide.
Stumler really trying to place that ball right at the 10-foot line on the sideline, just missing wide.
Service error, number 7 for Missouri.
DeBerg has really not found her groove from the service line. She has got one of the toughest serves in the conference and the country, but 3 service errors already here in this match.
And they trade them. 5 service errors for Kentucky, 7 for Missouri in this match. Stumler gets a piece of that block for her 5th kill.
That ball to the pin to Stumler doesn't even reach higher than the antenna. It almost looked like it was going to Leah Meyer in the middle, but sailing just over her. Stumler gets on top of it fast and swings nice and high.
You can tell the connection between Madison Lilly and all of these weapons is just so good.
That's a great setter that can do that with as many hitters as she has.
It must be fun to set this offense.
Yeah.
And get a block.
Kentucky has a couple of blocks under their belt. We'll look for Missouri to see if they're going to try to take any different swings to avoid that block.
Each team with 3 team blocks right now. Yeah, I would go to Kayla Caffey too.
Now she has taken swing after swing across her body towards the right back defender. That ball that is hit that sharp really is the responsibility of Leah Meyer, the middle blocker, to drop her right hand, because that's a tough ball to dig from the backcourt.
Kayla Caffey is hitting .833 right now, so I would go after her. And if I'm Missouri, I'm going to set her the ball if you can. Got to have a good pass. It's tight. Caffey tried to take a swing.
That was a one-handed block. A one-handed block. Super athletic play by Madison Lilly. I don't know if you would consider that a joust or just literally a one-handed block.
One-handed block sounds cooler. Hollingsworth Santana too wide down the line, point Kentucky.
And Madison Lilly really forcing that ball to be swung out. That was a perfect lineup with her hitter in Dariana, and Dariana just goes wide.
Short serve from Stumler. Hollingsworth Santana, piece of the block. No, I'm sorry, excuse me. Too wide, point Kentucky. Knotted at 10. And Missouri is going to make a change. Kenna Sauer will come in. Number 6 in the black jersey for Dariana Hollingsworth Santana. Edmond. Kentucky in the lead. And Missouri wants to call timeout. Wildcats on a 4-point run.
In this transition game, you can see Fuentes, she wants to get Caffey the ball. Caffey is not up in transition. And a point for Kentucky after that rally.
4 straight points for the Cats. They lead by 1. Leah Edmond already in double figures for the 8th straight match as Kentucky is on a 4-0 run here. Pass really tight to the net. Remember Monet down the line. That was out, and Craig Skinner has no more challenges.
The line judge called that ball in, but it was overruled by the up official.
So it is a point for Kentucky. Let's go back to that. The line judge called it in and then overturned.
The line judge called it in, and Coach Skinner was on his feet lightning fast, and it was overruled by the up official, giving the ball back to Kentucky. Caffey again gets the kill. That makes it 6 on 9 swings. She's hitting .556. I would imagine Fuentes is looking for her every opportunity she can get.
She's got a couple of blocks too. Good look for Leah Meyer.
Leah Meyer, the transfer from Duke, getting the kill on that one with a one-on-one look.
She's been a nice addition for Kentucky, and along with Kendall Paris, who has had most of her career to play with some great middles at Kentucky.
Coach Skinner telling us that that experience that Kendall Paris has had with such experienced middles has really kept Leah Meyer on task in their practice gyms. There's a level of expectation for the way that these middles train, and Kendall Paris has been putting that onto Leah Meyer and has been a great role model for her.
Kentucky's been going with the short serve, and the swing comes in long from Kenna Sauer. This is only her 9th set of the season that she's played in. Missouri inserted her for Dariana Hollingsworth Santana, who's been struggling tonight.
And the short serve is a good choice here when Caffey has been so effective. They're really looking for ways to take her out of the offense.
And Kylie DeBerg, that's a nice swing, busts up the block. 9 kills now.
Madison Lilly was definitely in the right place in her block setup there. Her arms just a little bit wide. Allows that ball to bobble through, point Missouri.
Both of these opening sets, Missouri has come out strong and then faded due to mistakes, and Kentucky has surged. Back to DeBerg. Great angle on that shot. Can we put you on the stat sheet for that, Lizzie?
Just protecting us. Just protecting
I really
us all.
appreciate.
Not
really
going for the
appreciate
stat.
that.
Does make me feel good that I can at least do that.
Oh, please. Of course you can. There's Kendall Paris. We were just talking about her, and she gets a kill off of the slide.
Kendall Paris has been so steady all year.
Yes, their personalities are great. I love this group. She's not worried about the accolades and the records. She wants to win.
Sure.
Kentucky took the first set. Looking to take the second. Still playing to 25 with Leah Edmonds serving. Swing is long from Kylie DeBerg. Three straight points for the Cats. Overpass back to Kentucky. Paris is blocked by Omazic. Fuentes bump sets to Berg. And they get Kentucky in the net.
DeBerg certainly hasn't had as many clean kills as we're used to seeing her have, but she certainly is getting the same number of attempts here and drawing the block on that one.
Great pass by Gabby Curry. And Caitlin Cooper gets the kill.
Coach Skinner tells us that Cooper is the right side that brings more of the ball control and the serve receive, and that Teeler is actually the right rotation. It puts a lot of load on the blockers on the other side of the net.
Stumbler. And Allie Stumbler was waiting for it to come back.
Fuentes definitely not aware that Stumbler is right there. She thought she had the advantage with the fast transition, but Stumbler's waiting and all over it.
Kentucky's been serving really tough. Lecator member Monet, piece of the block, point Missouri.
Member Monet is one of those players trying to find that offensive rhythm right now, hitting negative, but getting the kill on that one.
Yeah, just 2 kills from member Monet, and she's one of these power hitters. Kentucky has set point.
What a move by Leah Meyer. She was a step late on that ball, but she puts her hand. Kentucky, the automatic qualifier for the NCAA tournament.
Both Florida and Kentucky are going to the NCAA tournament, and so is Missouri.
That's right.
So you'll get to see 3 NCAA tournament teams on SEC Network tonight alone. Kentucky won the first 2 sets here in Lexington. Missouri has to win this set in order to extend the match. They start with Leah Edmond out of the back row. It's still so impressive no matter how many times you see it.
It is such an international type of play. She is not in the air very long, but it's so hard to time as a blocker when you have all these other hitters to worry about.
And then off of 1 foot goes Leah Meyer.
Madison Lilly doing such a beautiful job spreading the ball here in these first 2 plays out of the back row and then to her middle behind. This is something that Kentucky would like to see more of, quite a bit of diversity in their offense.
Edmond comes inside the court and gets it, and the shot will be wide down the line.
That out-of-system play, she's really trying to chop that ball to the back corner, but just hits it a little bit funky. It doesn't come off her hand as intended.
That one did.
Yeah, that was a much better contact, a much better result.
For Missouri, we saw such a drastic hitting difference from that first set where they hit 269 to then set 2, 0-26. What's going on with their offense?
You know, I mentioned the block of Kentucky earlier, and in the stat column, they really are even with 5 blocks apiece. However, the presence of their block and defense, I think it starts with a Kentucky serve, and they are just there. They're in the Missouri face time and time again. There it looks like there might have been a hole, but Edmond was just 2 fantastic moves. They're really causing Missouri to try to have to do something different than they're used to doing.
Yeah, there have been a lot more block touches than are listed on the stat sheet that have really affected the Missouri hitters, more than just the 5 team blocks that, now 17 blocks that Kentucky has. Goodness gracious!
This was an incredible series of defensive moves. Again, that ball is not just dug, it's dug perfectly to allow Kentucky to run that quick bick out of the back row, and then another dig to allow a hole in the block for Leah Edmond for the final point.
Kentucky's back row right now has some great passers. Gabby Curry, who's their libero, but Lauren Tharp is a very outstanding DS.
Tharp, another one of those unsung heroes, maybe not someone that you're going to see with the accolades or the stat line, but Coach Skidder telling us what an incredibly important piece to this Kentucky Wildcat defense and team as a leader.
Yeah, about 2 hours before the match, I walked into the gym. Nobody was in here except Lauren Tharp and Gabby Curry, and they were working on digging balls 2 hours before the match, getting some extra work in. It's Paris. Just a monster slide.
Paris had a lot of room to move that ball with just one blocker. Can see Missouri really leaving her one-on-one. Omazic taking a step to her right. That is something that is scripted for the Missouri defense. That is a choice they're making, but Paris having her way with it.
Service error and a point for Missouri. Dariana Hollingsworth Santana. We saw Missouri make a sub for her. She struggled offensively tonight. Back in here. Hey, that should give you some life. Kylie DeBerg. Craig Skinner saying it was blocked out. I thought it dropped in.
It was pretty fast to catch on the go, but we'll look at it here in our replay.
Yeah, it's in.
That ball on the slow motion replay definitely looks in, but Coach Skinner, you can see the frustration. He knows he doesn't have any challenges left. So he's not able to get another look at that.
Kentucky used all 3 of its challenges in the opening set. There were some calls that were pretty obvious that they had to use a challenge on to overturn. Craig Skinner won all 3 of those challenges. He has no more unless we go to a 5th set. Edmond tries to go down the line and too wide.
Edmond has had a number of her errors have come wide. She's certainly trying to swing against Fuentes, who is the smaller block on the line, and in that out-of-system swing, she's trying to go after her.
And it drops just in. Point Kentucky.
That ball was traveling in the air quite a bit of time off of the block, but great call by the line official. That hit just at the edge of the tape.
Serve gets Missouri out of system. Roll shot from Stumbler. Remember Monet in the back row, too long. Missouri can't get consistent with their offense.
And that's a little bit of a broken play. DeBerg coming all the way across the court to dig that ball. She really got taken out of the offense. The only option out of system was Member Monet, but it was coming from across her shoulder.
Fuentes goes to Omazic on the slide. It hit the antenna. Did it hit the block first? No, hit the antenna first. And Joshua Taylor is reaching.
Keep that ball even playable.
Yeah. Stumbler tips over the block and a kill. She's at 7.
And she passed that ball perfectly. It was her reception, and she moved right into a big dynamic approach, but at the last second, soft touch behind the block.
Well, it was that extra passing work on Monday.
That's right.
Tiana Omazic, another kill. She has 5 and no attacking errors for Omazic.
Omazic is so effective behind the setter off that 1 foot takeoff. As we mentioned earlier in the match, it is a little bit higher than most slides in the SEC, but she does such a fantastic job of seeing the block and moving around it.
Both Omazic and Kylie DeBerg started at Illinois for a season before transferring to Missouri. And they have made a big difference for the Tigers. DeBerg out of the back row. Lauren Tharp is there. And Stumbler takes a piece of Missouri with that attack.
No challenge needed on this one. That was a beautiful swipe across the body by Allie Stumbler off of Fuentes' outside hand.
Member Monet is blocked. Member Monet is hitting in the negative, just 2 kills. And she averages 3 kills a set.
She is certainly struggling in this match. I think the Kentucky block really does have her number right now.
Not that it's announcer jinx, right?
Jinx.
On the block.
Or just proving me wrong.
Yeah.
She heard me and she said, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But that is the type of swing that we have been used to seeing from Member Monet all season long.
Yeah, she's definitely one of our power hitters in this match, and there are several of them. Leah Meyer is long. Oh, that was out.
The call was made very quick that ball was in, but the reaction from Gabby Curry would indicate that she felt otherwise.
Maybe it grabbed a little piece of that line. I thought I saw all blue when it hit. Stumbler. Man, she's smart.
She sees the court so beautifully. She saw Member Monet from the left pin coming all the way up and under, and she places that ball exactly where Member Monet came from.
DeBerg coming out of the back row with a triple block in front of her.
Kylie DeBerg does not look like she is jumping as well as we have seen her at points throughout the year. That ball she brings way down. That was more net than block.
She's asked to do a lot for this Missouri team. And Kentucky is the first to 15, looking for the sweep. Kylie DeBerg is being asked to carry a big load for Missouri in this match. 12 kills, 32 total attacks.
And as we mentioned in the open, she's first, ranked first in just about every category there is in conference, and certainly that's got to take a toll at some point. She's also nationally ranked in a lot of those categories, stat categories.
Yeah, and the next closest, she has 32 total attacks. The next closest is 17 for Lecator member Monet.
And certainly against a fantastically coordinated defensive team, that's a lot to ask of.
That one rolls all the way down the tape and out, and Kentucky gets the point. Hollingsworth Santana, that's one of the best swings we've seen from her tonight.
She has been a player, Hollingsworth Santana has, that has provided this Missouri offense another look from the opposite pin, and she's been pretty quiet here so far tonight.
Edmond swing. Drops in off the block. Point Mizzou. Missouri's got to win this set to extend the match. And Edmond comes back and goes down the line.
This is a great repeat by Madison Lilly. She knows her senior outside was not happy with the attempt prior. She goes right back to her. Edmond taking a different angle for the kill.
And the pass gets away from Kylie DeBerg. Ace for Kentucky. Right now, their Kentucky volleyball team's doing pretty well. 14th in the nation and up 2-0 on Missouri. Leah Edmonds' approach was really fast and furious on that.
She approaches the ball with so much confidence. She drives hard, and part of that is that confidence she has in her setter. She knows where that ball's going to be.
Yesterday, Kentucky went through their whole practice. They watched film, and then Leah Edmond came back out here by herself just to work on her approach footwork.
Yeah, they've got a team of players that are all looking for extra work.
I know.
One point
impressive.
better. I love it.
We expect to see both of these teams in the NCAA tournament. We'll see Florida, who's coming up next here on SEC Network. You'll want to stay tuned to watch the Florida Gators take on Auburn. They're going to be an NCAA tournament team. If Kentucky wins out, they would get at least a share of the SEC. Now everybody's trying to work to host the first and second rounds because the top 16 seeds get to host.
And both Florida and Kentucky are in high contention for that. That happened.
Well, there's some life coming in Missouri right now. They are on a run. 4 straight points. And they're trailing by just 1 in the 3rd set. They have to win this set to extend the match, as Kentucky has already taken the first 2 sets. Stumler goes off the block and out. It will be a point for the Cats.
The line judge initially said that this ball was in, but quickly changed her mind and said that she believed it to be out. Missouri players really looking to their coach to use that challenge card on this one.
And Joshua Taylor did, so this is the second challenge for Missouri. I think that last angle we saw before this, yeah, right here. If it touches the line, that means it's in. It's in. It's out? I think it touches the line right there. Oh, but then it drops. Ooh, that's close.
I think it's a tough one. The video does have to be conclusive to overturn.
And the point's going to stay with Kentucky. Yeah, that was hard. It kind of wavered there.
It was a good challenge by Joshua Taylor.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, a good time of the match to use it. A little bit of a stoppage of play.
Omazic, and it hit the block and then the antenna. Point for Missouri.
Omazic is one of those players, when she gets mad, if I were her setter, every time she's mad, I would give her the ball.
Yep.
She takes it out on that ball time and time again.
Member Monet. Tied at 21. We're playing to 25. You have to win by 2.
Fuentes does a beautiful job in this transition here to get up. She takes 2 blockers with her, allowing Member Monet to take a swing with only 1 blocker and a lot of court to swing.
Katie Turner serving for the Tigers. Service error. Number 8 for Missouri. So just down by 1.
That's a gut-wrenching service error, though, at this point in the set and match, as you have felt, the closest you've felt all match long. And you've given it back to Kentucky.
Edmond saves it, and Kentucky gets a point. Wow.
Being one of them to have a shot to lock in.
These two teams here in Lexington are locked in, Missouri and Kentucky, into the tournament. Wow. Match point Kentucky thanks to Leah Edmond with her 18th kill.
And that whole rally started with libero Gabby Curry, just an unbelievable defensive move to put her transition offense into play.